So here we are back on the mat, and get as comfortable as you can. And start visualizing or seeing the picture of your body laying on the floor in your mind's eye. What you're aware of usually is the things that maybe are less comfortable, the areas that you're not aware of. And visualize the midline of your body, the line that cuts from the center of your forehead, through your nose, to your mouth, to the center between your shoulder blades, to your belly button, to the center of your pubic bone, and in between your legs. And is it a straight line? Is your body laying on that line? Is your nose out of that line? Is your neck out of that line? Is your spine out of that line? Is one leg closer to the midline than another one? And go ahead and bend one leg and bend the other leg. And find a place where you're comfortable and your pelvis is not giving you any trouble. And put your arms alongside the floor, on the sides of your body. And choose a shoulder blade, and from here on I'll call it the scapula. And pretend that it is a stamp, and you're stamping with your shoulder blade the mat underneath you. And if it doesn't reach, that's fine, not a problem. You're just going towards the floor with the shoulder blade or the scapula that you have chosen. And you notice how easy it is to move backwards or how hard it is to move backwards. Is there any part of the scapula that touches the floor? How is the way down towards the floor, and how is the way away from the floor? Do you have the same quality going towards as you're coming from? Can you try and equalize the amount of effort that you put into going towards the ground and releasing away from the ground? And get to know the shoulder blade in its shape. Can you measure in, I use millimeters, but can you measure the distance that your shoulder blade is away from the ground? Can you tell which part of the scapula is actually moving? And let it go, and move to the other shoulder blade, and do the same thing. Explore the way down to stamp the floor, and the way away from the mat back to what your normal is. And how different is the movement on this side versus the other side? Can you reduce the effort? And I will insert here that we are so conditioned to enjoy and know that exercise is contracting a muscle and putting all the fibers to work, and the more is better. And let's challenge it just for a little bit today and see if you can find how few fibers can you use and still have a movement down towards the floor and away from the floor, making the shoulder blade, the scapula, move down, stamp, and come back. Is it only the shoulder blades that's moving? Are there stages that you're going through, like boom boom, like you're jumping over a hoop or something, a bump in the road? And let it go. And do it with both shoulders. And again, keep your mind awake and aware to the how you're doing it. Is there anything that you can change that might bring a difference? Like I would change the way that my spine is laying on the floor to see if I can reduce the effort on my left and equalize it with the right. Maybe it's the hip that you need to move. Maybe it's the position of the feet that you need to move. And let it all go. And either with your eyes open or closed, imagine that you have a color at the tip of your nose and you're painting a line on the ceiling with your nose, going up and going down. Not a big line, you're just drawing like a marker on the ceiling with your nose. And as your nose moving up and down, drawing the line on the ceiling, your brain and your awareness goes to the back of your neck, and you notice how many vertebras from the 7 that's in your neck are participating in that drawing of the line on the ceiling. Is it 1 vertebra? Is it 2? Is it all of them? Are you starting from one place and developing towards the all 7? Is it all 7 at once? Is it only 1? When you draw the line on the ceiling, and please choose a color, and choose a thickness and width, and kind of approximate how long is your line. Is it half an inch? Is it a full inch? Start noticing the muscles on each side of the vertebrae, on the right side and on the left side. And is one side of your neck has more effort than the other side. And let it go now. Relax your jaw. Let go your tongue. And now draw two lines with your eyeballs up the ceiling and down the ceiling. Your eyeballs are full with paint. They have either the same color or different color. Each eye may have their own color or the same. And you're drawing a line on the ceiling. Is one eye more dominant than the other? Does it change the quality of the paint on the ceiling? Are you able to keep your jaw nice and relaxed without extra tension? It's only the eyes that's moving. I mean, not only the eyes, that was a huge exaggeration. But there's no need to clench the jaws. That doesn't help. But what does help? Visualizing the lines, adding color, using your breath, noticing how many vertebrae are moving. And let it all go. You can put your knees together or you can straighten your legs, but cease from moving the eyes or the head. And focus on your chin. And the chin can't really draw a line on the ceiling, but it can draw a line on the wall in front of you, pretty high towards the ceiling. And start drawing a line with your chin. Some of us have very pointy chin, some of us have a wider chin, or a rounder chin. And with whatever chin you choose to draw, in whatever color, create a line with your chin and notice where the movement in your neck is. Is that line straight? Is it in the midline? Is it outside of the midline? Is it a little bit of an angle? And let it all go. Maybe even stretch your legs. Let it all go. There's a lot of effort focusing on the head and neck, at least for me. What are the sensations around the eyes, around your cheeks, around your ears? And go ahead and bend your legs one more time. Find a place that's that comfortable, that the pelvis is with no extra tension. You can put your knees together if need be. And we're going to go back to the nose. And now the nose will create a line from east to west on the ceiling. So from towards ear to ear. Not up and down, but right and left. No bigger than an inch and a half. Small. Choose a color. Choose a width. And notice if the line is going right to left in a straight line. Is it trembling? Is it a zigzag? Is it diagonal from higher to lower? When you go to the left, what does it feel in your ear? When you go to the right, what does that feel in your ear? When you go to the right, can you feel your right shoulder relaxing? Maybe even your fingers relaxing. When you go to the left, can you feel your shoulder blades relaxing? Can you feel even their fingers relaxing? When you go to the right, and maybe you exhale, do you feel the ribs on the right side rolling a little bit towards the right? And when you go to the left, can you sense that rolling of the ribs and getting closer to the floor? And let it all go. Is your head in the midline? Is it outside of the midline? Is it diagonal, this way or that way? Are your shoulders equal distance from the midline? Or are you more towards the right or to the left? Is your belly button and your pelvis on the midline? If not, what does it feel like? Is the distance of your legs from the midline the same? And stretch your legs and rest for a minute. Visualize the midline right inside your body, and another one right above your body. And we probably will not see any movement on the outside, but I'm going to ask you to focus on your right ear and expand your right ear towards the right and let it go of that expansion. And now focus on your left ear and expand your left ear out to the side and let that go. I'm going to repeat it. Actually, put your hands and put them on, cover your ears, but without covering the ears, just like really close to the ears. When you focus on your right ear and you expand it, it's like your right ear is trying to reach your hand, the flatness of your palm, but without turning the face. You are sliding, gliding. So now with the left, expand the left ear and let it go. And now let the hands go, and with that awareness of shifting, transferring the whole face to the right and center and to the left and center and rest. Now it might not be easy for the people in this room that have scoliosis, deviations, got out of braces, habits of playing the violin for 40 years, whatever the story is. But just work with the expansion of your ear, with the nose staying straight up towards the ceiling, drawing a straight line from right to left. Try it with your eyes open. Try it with your eyes closed. Trying to blow air through your ear to expand. Try maybe with having a sponge on your ear with color and you're stamping the side with that color. But stay away from trying to do a big movement. Try to be precise and aware of what does it take to transfer the weight of the whole head and neck. We see it in Indian dancers. They do it without any effort. And we have to scratch deep, deep, deep inside our brain to find it. Where is the midline? What does it take to cross the midline? What does it take to come back to the midline? I was helping a friend a little bit this week, and the teacher that was working with her gave me the challenge, and I failed royally. So here we are finding it together. Where is the movement? Can you start to feel the little muscle at the base of your skull, on the occipital ridge, waking up. What are your eyes doing when you're gliding from side to side? Can you feel it in your jaw? Can you let go of the jaw? What is your tongue doing when you're doing it? What are your eyes doing when you're doing the movement? And let it all go. Relax. Relax your brain. Go ahead and roll to a side. And from the side, stay there for a minute. And from the side, gently raise yourself up to sitting position. Notice if your right leg is in front or the left leg is in front, or if you choose to sit with your legs long, whichever it is. And now you're going to put the sponge on the top of your head, and you're going to draw a line on the ceiling. Not bigger than an inch, maybe even smaller than an inch. And see if you can locate the movement in the back of your neck. Which vertebras are opening up and lengthening in the back and shortening in the front. By moving the sponge or the pen on top of the head, a short line on the ceiling. Wonderful. And now put a sponge on your nose, or maybe just without a sponge. Let's say that it's winter and there is a window in front of us and it's foggy and wet, and you're trying to create a line in that fogginess on the window. So you're going to move straight. You're not going to move side to side. You're going to move straight. Just like what we did with the ears. Now you are transferring the weight from side to side. And it doesn't mean that you will succeed, but at least we're going to try. So it's the same thing that we did with the ears, moving side to side. You're creating a line on the window with your long nose. You don't need to stretch your neck forward. Your nose is really, really long, and you're making a line. Is that line parallel? Tiny movement, tiny, tiny, tiny. The smallest, so you can actually feel what's working and find how to correlate it all. Try to see if it's your nose that's making the line or your chin that's making the line. Now make the line even smaller. Make it less than ½ an inch. So you're moving from the center of the vertebra towards the side of the vertebra, but you're definitely not going further than the edge of the vertebra. See if you can, the chin is level, parallel to the floor, and it's not lifted up. And rest. And now we're going to make, actually rest for a little bit longer. And now the window is really, really, really close to you, and you're creating a straight line from the nose on the window down in the midline. So before you do that, if you have a tendency to be here, open your eyes for a minute. If you have a tendency to be here, don't do it here. See if you can bring yourself to be on the axis as much as you can and create the line on a very, very close window. So you're going down over your vertebrae, not candy cane, but like as close to the spine as you can, to drawing the black straight line with your nose and coming up. You can close your eyes, and the straight line, notice if it's on the midline, or what kind of line are you creating? And is the way down equals the quality of the way up. And please don't go further than parallel. So you're going down and you just can come back, you don't go up. Try to stay inside your vertebrae, don't go in towards your chest bone. So yeah, we're going to have double chin, just for a minute. You're diving inside your vertebrae. Are you able to move both sides of your neck without effort, going down and coming back up? Time that you come back to parallel, open your eyes. And I think that's going to be it for today. Wasn't easy, was it?
No.
It's not easy. Not for me. Yeah. I think, I mean,